Hard work, grit, determination. They're simple values that apply to normal people can lead to brilliant and amazing things. Warrior defensive backs coach Rich Miano knows all about that. Those same keys took him from Kaiser High School to UH to a prosperous career in the NFL. Tonight we go under the helmet with Miano as he tries to pass his passion on to his players.
I like the way you looked over, made sure he knew Myron's head's in the game. Because you know why? Because you got to get your head in the game. You're in the middle.
Coach Miano loves being around his players, joking with them, laughing with them.
We kind of get on him about his hair, every once in a while he likes to dye his hair. So, when he makes little mistakes here and there, we'll just talk about, dye getting to his brain and stuff like that.
But he knows how to demand their respect and keep them focused.
Eyes on your keys. Why, Leonard? Because what about your eyes?
Your eyes and your feet will get you beat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Everything he preaches, he practices himself. Miano keeps fit with an hour of cardiovascular exercise and another hour in the weight room every day.
He tells us to come to the weight room, he's always flexing his muscles and things like that, thinking he's, still in shape. He's still in shape. He thinks he's in top shape to still play a football game right now. So
I can motivate them to work out. I go into my meeting room and tell all my defensive backs, I worked out today. Did you guys work out? Continue to try to push and motivate them to be as strong, to be as fast, to be as quick as they can be. Great break, good hands.
It's that same work ethic that took Miano to the NFL, but it was a tough path. Fellow Warrior coaches Ron and Cal Lee recruited him to play at Kaiser High School. Then he tried to walk on at UH.
They didn't want to give me a scholarship, and I didn't blame them. And I actually did some defensive back drills, and I was so bad, Coach Wagner had to turn around to not want to laugh in front of my face because it was embarrassing for him to see how bad I was.
But he kept at it, setting and achieving little goals along the way, making the team, the travel squad, the starting lineup, earning all conference honors, and eventually recognition as an All-American.
One of my friends said to me, you're gonna walk on and get carried off. I wanted to prove everybody wrong.
Soon this walk-on was amongst the best safeties in the nation, and in 1985, the Jets selected him in the 6th round of the NFL draft.
My players now go like, oh, Coach, you couldn't play today. They got so-and-so and so-and-so. I go, wait a minute. Look at the quarterbacks back then. Look at the speed at wide receiver. My teammate was Johnny Lamb Jones, who was an Olympic champion, Curtis Dickey. There was speed. There was good football players. There was great quarterbacks. There was great offensive linemen.
In 1991, he landed with the Eagles, joining the legendary Gang Green defense.
Being around Reggie White, Jerome Brown, Keith Millard, Refrigerator Perry, Mark Bavaro, Jim McMahon. There's just a collection of guys that just, even though you're in the NFL, those are the kind of guys that are legendary, old veterans that have a lot of war stories, and it was a great existence.
Miano did his part. In his career, he picked up quarterbacks Troy Aikman, Brett Favre, Steve Young, Phil Simms, and Dan Marino, and he remembers big hits against the likes of Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton. Of course, you play long enough, you're gonna get beat. Miano's also taken his licks from some of the best of the best.
So I remember he catches his 100th touchdown catch. They stop the game. They have a celebration. I'm on CNN. I'm on ESPN. I'm on every single newspaper in the country. And all of a sudden, my phone's ringing off the hook, and my friends tell me, oh, I saw you got burned by Jerry Rice. So, you got to take the good with the bad.
11 years Miano lasted in the pros, due in large part to his training.
2 points for the defense.
Now he's giving back. He and strength coach Mel DeLaura opened the Hawaii Speed and Quickness Camp 9 years ago, teaching their secrets to the stars of tomorrow. Last year alone, they went to 16 different schools and had more than 10,000 participants. Best part is, 90% of the programs are free to the kids.
Every year, our board of directors says you need to charge more. Our whole goal was to be able to create something that was available to kids that didn't have money, to families that couldn't afford to pay for a speed and quickness coach, so that these kids from Hawaii could have the same training, same facilities that kids on the mainland have.
While he helps others with their dreams, he's still a little torn about his own. Yes, Miano would love to climb the coaching ranks, but priorities are priorities. His son, Rich Miano III, is just 7 years old.
I've seen so many coaches not be there for their children, and I think that's the most important thing in life. I can always be a head coach in 10 years, or defensive coordinator in 5 to 10 years, or whenever that time comes, but I can never miss this opportunity to see my little guy become a man.
So while he relishes every moment of being a dad, he enjoys every second out on the field. Every smile from his players, every chance to pass along the knowledge he's gained at every level of the game. But while Coach Miano can teach technique, he can only hope the Warriors feel the same passion, the same fight that he does. That's what took him to the top. And that's why he's still here. For the June Jones Show, I'm Steve Uihara.
Prepared now, cause I'm here now.
There's never going to be another year like this, ever. Not in Hawaii's football history, not in my lifetime. It's a one in a million deal.
Just as Coach Jones said right after Hawaii beat Washington, nothing compares to this.
An undefeated season is rare. In the NFL, it's only been done once by the 72 Dolphins.
In college football, the perfect season has been measured by Alabama's 1961 team under legendary coach Bear Bryant.
Now Hawaii has established itself in a world of football greats, an exclusive club that is simply perfect. Their 12-0 mark has elevated this program to a place it's never been.
And again, the best is yet to come. This is our final regular season show, but we'll be back in a few weeks with a special season recap that will preview the bowl game in New Orleans.
Our thanks go out to Coach Jones, Coach Miano, and the entire Warrior football team for a memorable ride.
For Steve Uihara, I'm Liz Chun. We'll see you back in a couple of weeks.